Thank you very much, Mr Deputy President. I do want to speak to the motion before
Senator
the Chair,
MacDonald.
and I can indicate to Senator Nash I won't keep her long. Mr Deputy President, I just want to congratulate CSIRO on the wonderful work they've done for Australia over many, many years. I want to congratulate the current management of CSIRO on the way they are now directing the work of that august organisation towards the things that really matter. I've sat in this chamber for years hearing Labor and Greens people indicate that the science is settled. The science of climate change is settled. And it's a mantra you keep hearing from Labor and the Greens. So if that is correct, why are we wasting Australia's rare taxpayers' dollars on science that, quote, Labor and the Greens, is already settled, end quote?
You really do demonstrate your ignorance, don't you?
Order.
Mr Deputy President, I say what most Australians say. There is a science that, according to Labor and the Greens, is settled. It's settled. What we need those scientists to do is to get on and work out how you can ameliorate the impacts of climate change, how you can build resilience, how you can build recovery. And CSIRO management is quite right in directing its limited resources towards those things that matter, not to continue looking at the science which Senator Carr and Senator Whish-Wilson keep thrusting down my throat is already settled. It's all settled, according to them. Mr Acting Deputy President, I repeat that Australia emits less than 1.4% of the world's carbon emissions. Less than 1.4%. Well, Senator Sanson-Young, tell me I'm wrong. Am I wrong? Is that not right?
I'd ask senators to direct
well,
their
Mr.
remarks to
Deputy
the
President,
Chair.
through you, can I ask Senator Hanson-Young, please tell me, am I wrong? Does Australia not emit only 1.4% of the world's emissions of carbon?
Order.
It's a pretty simple question. It's a pretty simple question, Mr. Deputy President. If I could ask the senators who's interjecting, is there something wrong with that? Are my facts wrong? No answer. So, Mr. Deputy President, I assume that those facts are correct. Australia does emit less than 1.4% of the world's carbon emissions. So let's say we reduce Australia's emissions by 1.3%. That is, just about shut Australia down. Turn off the lights here, stop every vehicle moving in Australia. If we did that, what is 1.3% reduction in the world's carbon emission going to do for what I'm told the science is settled about, and that is that the climate is changing? I know the climate's changing. It's been changing for decades, hundreds of years, centuries, eons. Senator Hanson-Young, always very quiet. Tell me the 1.4% is wrong. Tell me what would happen if you did shut down Australia's 1.4%, completely stopped it. What would that do? No answer. No answer. Because, see, Mr Deputy President, these are such simple questions and you never get an answer about them. Never. Never. And I'm delighted that CSIRO are now directing their research and their science to dealing with the changing climate of the world, not continuing to waste money on science, which Senator Wong, Senator Carr, Senator Siewert, Senator Hanson-Young tell me and have been telling me for the last 5 years interminably. It's all settled. It's all settled, they say. It's all settled. Let's use the money that we give to CSIRO to actually do something positive about climate change. And just, Mr Deputy President, I know the facts always hurt in this chamber, particularly when they're incontrovertible, but there is no loss of employment in net terms at CSIRO. There will continue to be employed the same number of scientists and support people. It's just that they will be directing their attention to things that really matter for the Australian people. That is, how you can address the issues of the climate which we all can see is changing.